A new way to look at all of your skins is coming, and lots of rewards for those who've spent some money in Identity 5. For more news like this, stick around for another episode of This Week in Identity 5. Welcome back to another episode of This Week in Identity 5, guys. Let's quickly talk about what we got last week. So last week we got Season 20 Essence 2, where we got the S tier skin for Mechanic, we got an A tier skin for Weeping Clown, and an A tier skin for Bloody Queen, along with some cool B tier skins, of which I got the Weeping Clown skin. I haven't really been able to access the game very much. I know I keep on saying this every week, but it's been nearly 5 days now since the patch, and I have not been able to open it on my PC, and I still have issues opening it on mobile. I think yesterday, or today at the time of recording, but yesterday at the time of release of this video, I will have put a community post on YouTube to ask you guys about your stories if you guys have had any issues with opening the game recently. And if you have and you didn't put anything on that community post, then please go and put it over there. Because I do want to send at least an email to my contacted netties to ask them why there's nothing being fixed, because this has been a very long time for me. Along with the Essence 2 for this season, we also got the Phantom of the Crystal Palace Chapter 2 announced and released. You guys can now play from a slightly different perspective from the earlier one. I just skipped through it. They actually added the skip option, thank you netties, although it still took an eternity to skip through. Some people are reading it, some people aren't. I'm not completely sure what's going on, but apparently most people already know who the Phantom is going to be, or who it already is. By completing this chapter, you can unlock the Fireworks Wheel accessory for survivors and a couple of other rewards as well. We're getting close to that B tier skin for Novelist. Another event that we got released was the Beginners event, and this is something that I think is going to be a permanent addition to the game. So if anyone starts playing the game for the first time, they will have 7 days to complete some of these missions. So the beginner system includes a welcoming quest where if you log in 7 days, you can receive different rewards, one of which is a survivor or hunter of your choice from a select small few of hunters and survivors that they let you choose from. There's also a beginner's guide with 5 different phases, where by completing all of them, you will receive a portrait frame. I have not completed that yet. And also there are beginner packages where one of them is actually for free and the other ones are worth real money, where you can get clues, more and stuff like that. Something else that you'll find in the store alongside the beginner's packages, Clerk's S tier package that is in store. It will give you the S tier skin for Clerk, the A tier accessory for Clerk, and along with that, it will also give you Clerk the character. Or you can buy them separately, so that's a good thing too. I have bought them separately. I don't own Clerk yet, but I do own the S tier and also the accessory. I spent all of my hard-earned fragments on that, so I'm pretty glad about that. I think it's a really good skin. I'm not sure when it will be coming back in the future, so I wanted to make sure that I had it, because I do want to play here at some point. I'm just waiting for my game to actually let me open it on PC so I can play the game properly. Some other small changes that have been added is that they've removed Hunter doesn't have detention, but as a message, but the trigger message still exists. Also, returning players will receive 100% more deduction points for the first 3 matches during the returning period. So if you're a returning player, you'll be able to get 100% more deduction points for the first 3 matches daily for, I think it's for a short period of time. What can we expect with this week's update? Well, we've got some new skins coming out. First of all, one of the minor skins that we're getting is that we're getting the Gardener's Ivory Tower skin that will be available for a limited time. It's quite a nice skin, and again, it's one of the Ivory Tower skins, so it's kind of school themed. So if you like it, I would say it's quite unique. They usually are 60 echoes, so I can imagine that's how much it will be. It's actually a relatively cheap skin, but it's also kind of very iconic and different. Next up on the rarity list, we also have Geisha's one skin that will be available also for a limited time, and this skin is a very beautiful skin. I actually like it a lot more than I thought I would. The more I've seen it, the more I like it. So I'm looking forward to seeing this one in game. I'm not sure how many people will buy it because everyone's been spending their stuff on Shiramoku, so this will be maybe a little bit more unique, possibly. And Prisoner's S tier costume will be coming out, I think, with an S tier accessory. I think it's not A tier, and that will also be available in the store for this anniversary event. And I'm looking forward to seeing the effects. I haven't watched the video on the effects of this accessory or anything, but I can imagine it's really beautiful. People have told me it's really, really nice. If you decide to spend lots of money on all of these skins, well, if you actually recharge 200,000, if you recharge 200,000 echoes, or if you've already done that, well, you will receive now an exclusive S rarity pet. This is the one that I talked about a couple of weeks ago, that it's like a bat cat. You also will receive 3,000 inspirations, a costume sharing function, Netties, what is this? Sharing costumes? I didn't expect you guys to do that. I don't know. I guess it's only if you pay a ton of money, but still. And also an exclusive chat color and chat bubble changing option. So you can change the color of your messages. This will let you know when you're in English 1 who has spent tons of money in the game. I'm assuming that if you spent that amount of money in the game, then you also probably bought the SS Perfumer skin that's available currently. That means that's also good because you're also going to get some more rewards that NetEase has just added to the Penrose Maze Ultimate Prize. You can get a dynamic portrait frame, a special emote for Perfumer that is connected to her SS skin, and a dynamic graffiti. So you're getting even more rewards for the $300 that you spent on the SS Perfumer skin. If you've already bought it, it's fine, you will get this in the mail, and if you haven't already bought it and you do plan on buying it, then you will get it as soon as you do get the SS skin for Perfumer. And there's a new costume illustration system that's being added to the game. There hasn't been any announcement as far as I know about what that will look like, but it would be nice to be able to show off more of what your skins are or what you have. I'm not sure if this is going to be available in your profile or if this is going to be something that's only available for you, but it would be nice to be able to show off more of your favorite skins. What can we expect from the future and leaks with rumors and stuff like that? Well, the Luchino Survivor that everyone has been, assuming that it's probably going to be connected to Luchino has actually been announced. His name is Professor. And that is kind of cool, I think. I think he's got cool appearance to him. And instead of him having a knife, he's got some type of test tube. Is his ability going to be similar to Clown from Dead by Daylight, where he can throw different kind of potions and mixtures around that can affect the hunter? Please don't be another stun character. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do creative-wise, because it does make sense that he would be connected to chemistry and stuff like that, but I want to see if they can bring in a little bit more elements of Luchino as well. Relatively soon, I think it's not this week, I think it will be in following weeks, we will be getting the chance to vote for your favorite Deduction star skin, and that will be coming back. The ones that win, I think it's 2 survivors and 1 hunter skin that are the highest voted, will be coming back sometime in the future. That's kind of cool, I guess. Well, there are also some rumors that have been spreading around about Dreamwitch getting an A tier skin soon, also possibly getting an S tier package, Mercenary getting another S tier skin, Painter getting an A tier skin, and a lot more other characters getting skins as well. Of course, we are getting to that point now where Naiad should soon be getting an A tier skin because that's what they promised to us, but I didn't hear about an S tier package for Dreamwitch. That's kind of crazy. And also the fact that she might be getting an A tier sounds kind of weird that she's getting such high tier skins quite often. But anyway, moving on to the Talk in the Manor, where I respond to your comments that you guys left on my recent videos. You guys really left some amazing comments on my last video that was for the beginners tips. So many great tips for beginners to read through, and I really do hope that they also read down in the comments because there is so much that they can learn. The Mad Eye says, tip: don't overrank or else. If you ask why, well, if you keep ranking, you'll reach the very high tiers where you'll have long matching queues. It is good for maybe getting fragments and higher rarity stuff, but I do think that I agree that the higher you go up, the less chance of you getting a match. And that is kind of a problem, but it's also difficult because it means that you aren't going against people that are as good as you, technically, if you're kind of keeping yourself down. But I do agree that if you want to play the game more often and you want to play it more casually, then maybe going up for the highest tiers might not be the best idea. Maybe going to Griffin might be the best place for you to be. At least Griffin or Unicorn I think is probably the sweetest spot for getting slightly long queue times, but not insanely long queue times. Diddy A says, how dare the tournament players never tell us about these tips? This is in reference to the online guide that I read that had some very questionable little tips and stuff like that. For example, hiding at the beginning of a match. But yeah, I agree. Why don't the tournament players tell us all of these things? Why didn't all the tournaments players tell us that we're supposed to hide at the beginning of the match, or that we're supposed to go and spam healings as much as we can? We should just forget about decoding all completely, you know, and just go around annoying the hunter. That's exactly what this game is all about. I'm joking, by the way. This is not what the game is all about. But yeah, some of these tips and online guides are definitely kind of geared towards players that are a little bit new to the game, but I do think that they overall do have quite good tips, but there are a couple of ones that stand out to be a little bit strange. What do you think the new survivor Professor can do? Do you think that he's going to be able to jump, or do you think that these kind of different vials that he's holding will have some type of clown effect like Dead by Daylight, or something completely different? tell me down in the comments below. And whilst you're down there, remember to like and subscribe, and also make sure you go and check out the Black Phoenix Plus channel, because I still upload stuff there every week about the exact stuff that come out on the day of the patch. So have a great day, guys. Bye bye.